today, sir. System Integration and Architecture 1. Assessment 1. What is Eloquent ORM in Laravel and how does it simplify database interactions? Based on my research, Eloquent ORM in Laravel is an object relational mapper that allows developers to interact with database using an object-oriented syntax, making database interactions more intuitive and enjoyable. For example, using Eloquent ORM in Laravel, you can easily retrieve, insert updates, and delete records from your database with minimal SQL queries. Example code is hashtag, ay hindi, /users appmodels/user.org. So, dito yung all kasi easily retrieve, insert updates, and delete records overall. Lahat tatanggalin mo. In this code, retrieves all records from the user's table and stores them in the user variables as collection of user model intents. Number 2 is, how does Laravel handle HTTP requests and define routes? Laravel handles HTTP requests and defines routes using a simple and expression syntax. Routes are defined in route files such as route web.php for web routes and routes, api.php for API routes. For example, in Laravel, you can define a route to handle a GET request like this. Use illuminate/support and validate routes. Route get greeting function, then hello world. So, ang gagawin nito is ipiprint nyo yung hello world. In this routine, we'll respond with hello world when the user visits the greeting URL in their browser. So, greeting means tatawagin niya tapos yung function. So, pag naglagay ka ng return dun sa hello world, ang ipiprint niya is hello world. Then number 3, explain the role of Blade Templating Engine in Laravel. The Blade Templating Engine in Laravel simplifies the process of creating dynamic and reusable views by allowing developers to use plain PHP code within their templates. For example, Blade makes it easy to extend layouts and define sections like this. So, title, yield title, body, div class container, yield content, div resources, extends, section, title page, section content. This is the body flow. In this example, the child blade.php file extends the app.blade PHP layout and defines section for the title and content. Based dito, sinasabi niya, dito maayos ang title at content ng ating code na nakakon sa class. So, yung class ang nag-ayos dito yung container is content. Then yung row, resources of Blade PHP. So, nandito na yung extends ng layout, section, title, content, at saka yung paragraph. At saka end section para mag-end na yung pinaka-layout ng title at content. Number 4 is, what other security features provided by Laravel? Laravel provides several security features to protect web applications from common vulnerabilities such as CSRF protection, CXS protection, and secure password hashing. For example, Laravel's CSRF protection ensures that form includes a hidden CSRF token which is verified on the SAM submission to prevent cross-site requests for heresy attacks. For method post action profile, SCRF button type submit update profile button. In this example, the CSR directive adds a hidden input field with a CSRF token to the form which Laravel verifies when the form is submitted. So dito, i-verify niya muna yung data na nilagay mo or subject mo dun sa bago mo siya submit. Number 5 is, how does Laravel support task scheduling? Laravel supports task scheduling through its built-in command schedule, which allows developers to define scheduled tasks within the application itself using a simple and expressive syntax. For example, in Laravel, you can schedule a task to run daily at midnight like this. Use limited support feeds DB. Use limited support feeds schedule. Schedule con function DB table recent users delete. So sa table na to, i-delete niya yung laman ng table mo sa recent users. Kasi madalang sa database may name, email. Ngayon dito sa recent users, i-delete niya lahat yung nasa laman ng table ng recent users. In this code, schedules task to delete all the records from the recent users table every day at midnight. Then next is assessment 2. How can you define a simple route in Laravel and what would be a real-life example? In Laravel, you can define a simple route using the route facade, which map is URL to closer to controller action, making it easy to handle HTTP requests. For example, to create a route that displays a welcome message when a user visits the home page, you can define it like this. Route get / function. Welcome to my website. In this example, when a user navigates the root URL / they will see the message welcome to the website. Kumbaga, para siyang hashtag or hindi hashtag, comment style. Yun po. Bago niya makikita output na welcome to my website. How to name routes work in Laravel and how might you use them in real-world application. Name routes in Laravel allow you to assign a name to a specific route, making it easier to generate URLs or redirect to that route within your application. For example, you can define a name route for displaying a user profile like this. Route users ID functions ID. User ID .sid user profile. In a real-world application, you can use this name route to generate URL or redirect to the user's profile page. Then user profile ID /1. So return redirect route users profile.id is 1. In this approach makes your code readable and maintainable, especially when dealing with complex routing logic. What is the purpose of root groups in Laravel and how might they be used? Root groups in Laravel allow developers to group multiple routes under shared attributes such as middleware, prefixes, and namespace, making route management more organized and reducing redundancy. For example, you can use a root group to apply a common prefix to all admin routes like this. Root group prefix admin function and dashboard function return admin dashboard. Users function admin users. Dashboard functions dashboard. In this example, both routes will be accessible under the admin prefix, simplifying the URL structures and making the routes easier to manage. Four, how does middleware work in Laravel and can you provide practical examples? Middleware in Laravel acts a filter for HTTP requests entering your application, allowing you to perform actions before or after the request is handled by routes or controllers. For example, you can create a middleware to ensure that you're authenticated before accessing certain routes. This is the codes. So we were using class ensured authenticated, public functions handle request, flow for next, if the check returns to redirect login next request. In example, the middle check if the user is authenticated using out check. If the user is not authenticated, they are redirected to the login page, otherwise the request proceeds to the intended route. Number 5. How can you handle form submissions and CSRF protection in Laravel? In Laravel, you can handle the form submissions securely by using the built-in CSRF protection, which ensures that every form submissions includes a unique token to prevent cross-site requests for forgery attacks. For example, to secure a login form in Laravel, you can include the CSRF token dislike. Input type email, name email, placeholder mail. Then type password, name password, placeholder password. Then type submit log button. So ang output nito is para siyang text box na nakalagay yung type niya, type email. So, email or words ang nilalagay doon. Ang name niya is email. Then, sa placeholder niya, dun sa loob ng text box, may nakapaloob na slight bold na email word, pati dito sa password, same process lang. Then, dito sa button, ganun din. Nakalagay dun sa button, submit, pero ang process niya, login. Yung type niya, submit. In this example, the CSRF directive generates a hidden input filled with CSRF token, which Laravel verifies from submission to ensure the request is legitimate. Assessment 3. What is the template inheritance in Blade and how can you be used in real-world application? Template inheritance in Blade allows developers to define a base layout that other views can extend, promoting code, reuse, and consistency across the application. For example, you can create a master layout for your application, extend it in other views like this. So, the same process, the HTML. Title app name, yield, title, and div class, container. Then, ito na yung child blade layouts. Yung parang kanina, content, page. Same process lang yung parang sa assessment 2 kanina. In this example, the child blade.hpp file extends the blade.hpp layout and it defines the section for the title and the content, ensuring the consistent layout across different pages. How can blade sections and yields be utilized to manage content in different views? Blade sections and yields in Laravel allow to developers to define and inject content into specific areas of layout, making it easy to manage and reuse content across different views. For example, you can define a section in a child view and yield it in layout like this. Same process, yield, title, div plus container, child blades. So, ang pinagkabi niya lang is, in this example, the app blade.php layout used the yield directive to define placeholders for the title and the content. The child blade.php views extends this layout and uses the A section. So, yun yung bago na discuss dito. Directed to provide the actual content for these placeholders. So, number 3 is, how do blade control structures make your code more readable compared to raw PHP? Blade control structures in Laravel make your code more readable by providing a clean and concise syntax for common PHP operations, such as conditionals and loops, which reduce clutter and enhance clarity. For example, using blades at a if directive, you can write conditional statements more elegantly compared to raw PHP. So this is blade template. User is admin, welcome admin. Paragraph. Then else, welcome and user. So dito is magkaiba na siya. Pag admin, admin line naka-required. Pag user ka, user din yung lilitaw na pop-up sa pag niran mo yung isang code. Compared to raw PHP. Raw PHP is user admin, welcome admin, and welcome user. Same process lang siya, pero ang pinagkaiba nito is gumamit siya ng at a if directive, at yung isa naman is PHP na naka-database. In this example, the blade syntax is more readable and less verbose, making it easier to understand and maintain. 4. What is the purpose of the syntax in Blade? Indeed, it is important to Security College of Information Technology. The syntax in Blade is used to echo variables and expressions in a view, and it is important to security because it automatically escapes an HTML entities to prevent cross-site scripting XSS attacks. For example, using the syntax in Blade, you can safely display user input like this. Sa paragraph is, ito yung syntax in Blade, user.name. In this example, if a username contains in any HTML or JavaScript code, it will skip to ensure that is displayed as plain text, protecting your application from CXS vulnerabilities. Number 5 is, how can Blades components and slots be used to create reusable UI elements? Blades components and slots in Laravel allow to developers to create usual UI elements by encapsulating HTML and PHP code itself contained units which can be easily included and customized across different views. For example, you can create a usable alert component with a customizable message like this. Resources, view, div class alert, slot, div, view welcome, X alert type success. This is a success alert. So, ang explanation niya is, in this example, the alert component is defined with the type, attributes, and default slot for the message. When used in the welcome blade.php view, the alert component displays a success message with appropriate styling. So, assessment core is number 1. How do you configure multiple database connections in Laravel and why might you need this in real-world application? In Laravel, you can configure multiple database connections by defining them in the config database.php file, which allows your application to interact with different databases seamlessly. For example, to connect two different MySQL database, you can set up your config database like this. So, ito yung MySQL mo, connection, driver mo, ito yung format, database, host, IP address, DTB port, database, username, password. Ito yung laman ng database natin sa table. Unicode. Then, sunod mo dito, di ba, pagko-combine, ito yung database number 1 and this is the database number 2. Same process, the driver, the host, the port, the database username, password, etc. In a real-life world application, you might need multiple database connections to separate different types of data, such as user data and logging data, or to integrate with legacy systems. Number 2 is, how can Laravel's query builder be used to efficiently retrieve data from the database, and what is the real-world example of this? Laravel Query Builder can be used to efficiently retrieve data from the database by providing a fluent, expressive interface for consulting SQL queries without writing SQL. For example is to retrieve all the active users from the users table, you can use the query builders like this. So this is the example code. The DB table users, then ang susunod dito is where status active. Hanapin niya muna, then kung active siya, so magpa-pop up siya ng based sa tinanong mo sa table users, then get. In this real world example, the query retrieves all the users with status of active from the users table, making it easy to filter and fetch specific data. How do you find and use eloquent models in Laravel, and what is the practice use case of this? In Laravel, you define eloquent models to represent database tables, allowing you to interact with the database using an object-oriented syntax which simplifies data manipulation and retrieval. For example, to define a user model and use it to retrieve all users from the database, you can do following. So, namespace plus users then define the table associated with the model, optional if that follows naming conversion, protect stable users of models. In this practice use case, the user model represents the user's table in the database, and all method retrieves all records from this table, making it easy to work with your data. So number 4 is, what are migrations in Laravel and how are they used to manage database schema changes? Migrations in Laravel are a way to manage and apply changes to your database schema, allowing you to version control your database setup and share these changes with your team. For example, to create a new table of storing blog posts, you can generate a migration list. So this is the codes. Hindi ko na masyadong mabilis. Use illuminations. So, nag-return class, extend migration public functions. Yung function is schema create post function loop. Blueprints table, the ID, displaying the text, return to the class extends migration public function, schema post function, table string text, public function, schema drop. So, ang explanation dito is, in this example, the migration defines the schema for post table with columns for ID. So, naka-columns na siya per ID, title, content, and timestamps. Running the migration will create the tables, and rolling it back will drop the table. Number 5 is, how do you create use seeders in Laravel to populate your database with initial data? In Laravel, you create use seeders to populate your database within initial data, which is especially useful for testing and setting up default records. For example, to create a seeder for the user's table, you can generate a seeder class and define the data to be inserted like this. So this is the code, same process parang kanina. Then, after defining seeder, you can run it using following command. Ito yung madalas gamitin sa start ng ating Laravel, PHP Artisan. Then, ito yung nadagdag is dbseed class users tables leader. In this example, the users table seeder, this one, class inserts a new user into the user table with predefined data, making it easy to set initial records for your application. Yun lang po. Thank you.